So, Clay, you gotta tell me about this Eric Clapton song, because that was the reason I followed you in the first place. It was such a beautiful
really?
song. Touched my heart more than the original Clapton version.
Yeah.
What I more relatable as I would say. But
how do the lyrics go again? Would you
think I'm gay if I sucked on your penis?
Okay.
To the tune of
Tears in Heaven. Tears in Heaven. Yeah. That was about some bullshit, honestly, his version, the Clapton version. But
it is fucked up. I have a buddy who pointed out how fucked up it was. His name's Ben Loftus. He's on Twitter as Diet Ben Loftus. He was like, it is so fucked up that there's another guy who helped him write that song about his child too. And they did it for a movie soundtrack.
What?
Yeah. That's right. I forget what movie was that.
Rush.
Originally, they tried to get Rush the band to write a song about their son died. They're like, none of our sons died.
Yeah. It is so goofy to me.
Yeah, no, it's great. So you're like, okay, when you're how do you think of that song to come up with like a remix to it? How is it like, oh, Tears in Heaven? Did it come on the radio or what?
So so it was like weird. So Come Town had like just done like the Eric Clapton episode that they did.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Yeah, I gotcha.
I think one of the best pieces of podcasting like ever. And then Ben Loftus posted a video of like it's like Woody from Toy Story like dancing to Tears in Heaven, and then I think like 9/11 happened or something. Like I don't know what happened in the video, but it was like it made me laugh so hard that I just couldn't stop listening to the song. And so I literally was just listening to this Eric Clapton song, like, God damn it, this fucking sucks so bad.
Funny if Clapton saw his Spotify numbers going up, he's like, oh, Spotify numbers are going up like that. He's like, I wonder why. Let's go. And then all of a sudden he's trending. And would you think I'm gay? Like, he's like, all right, fuck it. Yeah.
Your version, like what you recorded that's the thing that, like, I swear to God, it pops into my head like 3 times a month as I'm like going to the store. And shit. I'm just like, so weird. Everyone's like, why is that random dude laughing? Yeah, it's amazing, dude. Yeah,
it's got play. It's got more. I like, in my opinion, like I know you're known for like the Running Man, fucking dance,
the fucking shuffling thing.
Yeah, the shuffle. There you go, the shuffling, and like
mistake.
Was it?
Yeah, I hated it.
Why?
Well, I hate it now.
Why? Just too much overkill or what?
It went viral on TikTok, and so if I like post any TikTok now where I'm not shuffling, people are like, why aren't you shuffling? You fat fuck. Why aren't you shuffling right now?
That's separated from the artist. Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah. I know. It's like your stick to sports. It's like when the sports guys try to do politics. Like, hey, I don't follow you for this. What's going on? I'm like, come on, Tom Morello. I don't follow you for stakes like this. But no, exactly. That's interesting. So it went that viral. Like, wow.
On TikTok, it was like 100,000 like likes or some shit like that. I don't remember.
Fucking TikTok, dude. Damn.
That would give me anxiety. Like I don't like anything, even if I was super proud of it and didn't have anything that I didn't.
The RareCandy TikTok coming, bro.
Somebody said to start it. I might just do it, and like I don't know what the fuck I'll put on it, but like I'll do something. Yeah.
I was thinking about doing that with my pod too, doing like just like posting clips, but then I realized like most of them would get taken down.
Is it that like SJWE or what on TikTok?
It's not that. I mean, it's getting worse. Like I haven't been on it in a while because I did a racist TikTok and then that one blew up and I just kind of muted everything and stayed off. But
well, why it's their fault for blowing it up. I think it's their fault for blowing it up.
It is.
I mean, you should just let it not just die in the void, right?
But I did a video where this woman was like, I'm 41 and she looked so hot. I duetted the video and I was like, I want to fuck you. And it got taken down for adult nudity.
Okay, I can't.
Which wasn't even my thing. Like I was wearing clothes, and she got her TikTok stayed up, but my duet got taken down. And I was like,
it was a technicality.
Then you had to register on Megan's Law after that too, I think. It's nuts, dude. And another thing I like about you is the gas station stuff, the gas station posting. So you're on one side of the counter. I'm the guy that goes to the gas station every day. So it's really cool to see how, the sausage is made. Right. And like, yeah, really cool. No, I'm not joking either. Like so I got to ask you a question. You have regulars, I'm sure, right? Like just the guy, like, what is the weirdest regular package of like shit that people buy? Like there's that one guy where you're like, fuck, you know what I mean? The weirdest package.
It's not the weirdest, but it is the funniest one.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a guy who comes in every day and he just looks wet. And he buys a large coffee, and then he buys 2 Gatorades.
Yeah.
And then he gets a 5-pack of Swisher Sweets. Sometimes he'll get 2, sometimes he'll get 3.
Plain?
Yeah, just the regular Swishers, like to the 5-pack of them.
Do you think he even puts weed in them?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. That's crazy.
What gets better is he'll leave, and then 2 hours later he comes back and buys another coffee.
Oh shit!
It's just like, do you not have a coffee maker at home?
Yeah, he's more wet. Like he's just like, what is going on?
It is so strange.
Can you disclose like what state this occurs in?
Yeah, I live in Minnesota.
I
live in Minnesota.
There you go. Yeah. Because I have a guy who buys he'll buy a large, like a 20-ounce Coke, like in the bottle too, not even fountain, just bottle of Coke. Yeah, wild. This is like an extra mile. This is like fancy. This is like the Whole Foods of gas stations. And then he'll buy a Chico stick, which all right, that shit's been there since Reagan. I'm not saying they don't. I just that you're not getting one from your own birth date. Like, you know what I mean? It's just before that. And then he buys the giant beef jerky, like the one that you could like get punished in Singapore with, like the fucking big ass, like I don't. It comes. You don't know what I'm talking about? The one that's just like it's just like sticking out. Yeah, it's not. You're like, he buys that, and then he's like, and a water, and it's like the funny thing is what I do out for a living. Like they give you water, but he still buys it. And it's like he doesn't like Nestle, so he buys Aquafina. I was just like,
that's so weird. That's also Aquafina, that feels like a step, like barely a horizontal step.
No, that's what I mean. It's a lateral move. You didn't upgrade water. It's not. You didn't go to Fiji. Yeah,
this is the shit that I fucking buy.
That's good water.
That's
good water. Mm-hmm.
That's good water. Slightly alkaline pH, dude.
Wow. Yeah, exactly. Well, dude, if you don't drink that, man, your piss is like Martinelli's sparkling apple cider. Like if you just drink like what that guy was doing, I just laugh. Like when you take one of those unsatisfactory pisses that you kind of start thinking about your life a little bit, where you're like, dude, what is going on?
You can
like
feel it. You can feel
it's like a burn. You're just like,
you can taste how salty it is without
that's what you do. Yeah,
it's like sulfury in the air.
Yeah.
It feels like you just went through hell.
You're like, I haven't had asparagus in a month. This doesn't even make sense.
I'll tell you my least favorite bottled water. I think you guys will agree. Fucking Arrowhead.
It's bad. It's bottom tier.
Trash.
Yeah.
Dasani, I think that's still number 1 though. Is bad.
I would agree with that. Dasani is like salt.
Yeah,
it is just salty water.
Yeah, it's like jail water in the toilet. Like they're like don't ask how we got it. It's from a mountain. It's from a mountain. I promise.
They're like, this is purified water with minerals added for taste. And you look at the minerals, it's just like table salt. What the fuck is that, dude?
Yeah, wasn't that an experiment at the concentration camps? Like salt water.
What concentration can we get away with? Before.
Again, you guys got to crack a few eggs and make an omelet. I've always said.
Yeah,
but like
America inherited Nazi Germany's rocket scientists and water bottle scientists.
In the middle of splitting Siamese twins, they're making Dasani water.
Yeah, Dasani used to have a umlaut in it, and Anyways, you guys sell beer at your station?
No, Minnesota's super lame about their alcohol laws.
That's surprising. I'm not gonna lie.
It is because we're right next to Wisconsin, and I think I think Minnesota tries to do like well, you know what, we're like Wisconsin, but we're a little better. We're like the big brother to Wisconsin. Well, we're more responsible, and it's like, no, the fuck, we're not. We drunk drive just as much. We just get caught more.
Yeah. The cops probably like crack down on it harder than Wisconsin.
I don't know what it is, but they love having a police presence in this fucking state, man.
I haven't heard. Yeah, I haven't been following the Minnesota police thing. Is there a thing happening?
Yeah. What's going on?
Yeah,
so many of them all simultaneously.
I didn't know. Yeah, that the Minnesota I know, no, but all I know is Prince, dude. Prince and like Tory Hunter. Those are the two things. Kevin Garnett.
Those are mad respect.
Those are three
things you
fire.
Need to know.
Yeah. Do you know Tory Hunter? There's a list of like horrible athlete investments, like what they did when they got paid, and it's Tory Hunter had like 100 just miserable bomb investments, like just one of them was a floating couch, like for a hurricane, like where your couch is just like you see the hurricane comes in, you just all of a sudden you're like, fuck you guys, like you're just out and you know, like when they're telling him to pitch, he's just like, yeah, no, doing the Jack Nicholson, like doing the
Mark Cuban notes, dude. He's Shark Tanking that shit, dude.
What's better is there's no hurricanes in Minnesota, so God knows that he's like, this is fucking genius, I'll take this on the lake or something.
I know. He's just gonna be like, we'll do this trick with the boat where we'll sink the boat, and then me and like 3 women will pop up.
Oh my god.
So Minnesota, and then Prince. I'm a big Prince fan.
Love Prince.
He's great. Have you been to the Paisley? What is that place called? Paisley Park.
Paisley Park. Yeah. I was down there like the weekend after he had passed, just to kind of pay my respects as like a guy who does music.
Beast.
But yeah, no, I haven't gone since because I think they kind of started doing tours, but I haven't gone since that started.
Yeah, my aunt used to work at Caesar's Palace in the 80s, and you want to talk about some fucking stories, and in Vegas, and dude, Prince was just a fool. Like he wasn't like a party animal or anything. Like he would just pull in, and he would have like the most like exotic women you've ever seen, where it was just like, hey, is this your first time in civilization? Where like they'd be coming in, and then like my aunt was in charge of just like getting rooms ready and stuff like that, and like Prince would just like, his whole thing with like women is he would like pick out their outfit and then like pick out their scent and all that stuff and like get them ready and shit, like almost serial killer a little bit, like just almost, but like you knew he's like, Prince isn't gonna kill me,
He was like a Jehovah's Witness, I think. So
he converted. He overcorrected, I would think. Like what he did was he was like, I can't. Totally. In like 1979, he was like making like songs called like Wet and Soft.
There's this one called like Pussy, and he
does. Erotic City, like we could just fuck all night. It's like a 1983 song. You're like, God damn, dude. Like,
he's just horny, man.
Very horny. The little guy, dude. It's a little guy thing. Like, he's a little guy wearing heels and like a fucking Napoleon like costume.
He's sinking hoops.
He can play hoops.
He's a fucking baller.
Yeah,
really?
Exactly.
Basketball.
Yeah. You've never seen the Chappelle show? You've never seen that Chappelle show skit where it's Prince playing basketball against Charlie Murphy? No, it's real.
Based off real life.
That's a real.
No, there's a picture of them playing. Like there's actually like a real picture of Prince and Charlie Murphy, and like they show Prince like he has like high school basketball picture and stuff, and like so I mean maybe Charlie Murphy just sucks. I don't know.
I have
like,
heard that.
Yeah, like my story like was like maybe Charlie Murphy, like maybe Prince made like 2 shots, you know what I mean, and then Charlie Murphy was just like couldn't remember what hand he shot with and stuff.
I heard he was a baller at ping pong too.
Well, like he was.
That.
I think and this is what did he do? Was it like, I think it was like Questlove or Jimmy Fallon, the whole like crew, the dumb night show thing, and he just showed up in a limo, came out, just like slammed him, like skunked him, like 21-0 or whatever, and then got in the limo and left, just ping pong status.
That
was that, dude. Just like didn't say a word, just like owned on ping pong and left. I'm like,
I miss him.
Man, I miss him. We'll never have another.
Yeah, just making like they don't ask people anymore to make like, I guess they did it with like Kendrick Lamar and Black Panther, but they don't ask anybody to just like, hey, just make a soundtrack for like Batman. He's like, sure, I got you. Right. And then it just sounded like regular Prince music. He's just like, I actually just had these 15 songs ready for you to ask. It's just nuts, dude.
They did that with Queen too for Highlander.
Oh yes, that's right.
They did. I think they did.
And
I think
Flash,
they did like
right? Or was that was the Flash song?
Flash Gordon too. Yeah. They did. They did 2 soundtracks. That's crazy,
dude. What a win! What a win as a band. That's like, because I actually used to I used to do a little bit of music production back in the day, and there was a I kind of like would go to this studio, and it was owned by the lead singer of Smash Mouth. I'm probably doxing myself really bad here.
Fuck yeah.
The lead singer of Smash Mouth. This guy is a champion of life, dude. He pulls in lifted fucking 250. Like it comes, it hops out. Still got the Guy Fieri shirt on, spiked hair, way fatter than you remember.
Oh yeah,
just enormous. And then and I was talking to him, super cool guy, and I was talking to him, and I was like, yeah, so like like All Star is probably like your, that's like you still like making money off All Star, like, and he goes, that's probably like my 10th like highest grossing song still. He goes, all the fucking Shrek songs, dude. I did one song for Shrek, and I'm just fucking, I walked to the mailbox for and get 25K out of there, like just randomly.
Dude, yeah.
Oh yeah.
that soundtrack is incredible too.
Counting Crows.
Okay.
Yeah. They have like Hallelujah on there.
Yeah, no, he's like, dude, some songs like you don't even, you barely would remember him if you have to have seen Shrek like 15 times. He's like, but I'm making lots of money off that right now. Like, yeah, what a win. That's why you don't hear new Smash Mouth songs. Like, he's just like, why would I do that?
You don't need to.
No,
damn,
no, exactly.
But I always forget about Shrek in the canon.
It's a great series. Yeah. Great series. Still really funny, man. Mike Myers. People forget how good Mike Myers was, man. Like, like he was
supposed to be Farley.
Huh?
That was supposed to be Chris Farley.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
That's fucking rad.
I don't know if that would have worked as well. I just don't think Chris Farley animated works that well for me.
It wouldn't have been that great.
I'd have to see him. I got to see him.
You know what you'd have to do? You'd have to like put those green fucking neon balls on Chris Farley and just reanimate
live
him,
action,
like, smashing through a table. And
you gotta do the thing. Yeah,
that would have been raw.
He doesn't even go Scottish anymore. Like halfway through the movie.
Well, that's the thing. That's the only way that would have worked though, because I love Chris Farley, fucking legend. One of the funniest guys to ever live.
Yeah,
but Shrek wouldn't be as good as Shrek is with him.
No,
it would be entirely different, and it'd probably be a cult classic more than anything.
Yeah, cult classic Pixar movie. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But you'd have and Eddie Murphy too. Eddie Murphy and Mike Myers would have just worked better, I think. Like that would have that would have been electric. Well, we brought you here to talk about beer, man. Talk about being a beer guy per se. I'm a beer guy. This is my house. And there's price tags, but whatever. But the anyways, this is my house. When did you like? Okay, I'm sure everybody's been drinking beer longer than they've been a beer guy, right? We have to make the distinction here. Like, if you're just drinking like Miller, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not a beer guy. You could drink a 30 pack. That means you're an alcoholic, right? But a beer guy is a lot different. So when did you become like a beer guy?
Well, so when I first started drinking, I guess this is going to be kind of a little long-winded, but
that's fine.
When I first started drinking, I was in college because my dad was an alcoholic. I didn't want to start drinking, but then I was at a power hour at someone's house, and they were like, "Dude, you're not drinking. You're a pussy." And I am a pussy, so I was like, "Oh, give me a beer." I thought beer was fucking gross the first time I tried it, so I got like really into liquor. The first time I liked beer was drinking a Guinness because that's what I thought beer was supposed to taste like.
Oh no.
And so I was a Guinness guy for a long time. And then I just kind of was like, well, how can I like find another kind of beer that I like? And I literally just started trying every IPA and like anything I could find. And so like I wasn't necessarily a beer guy. I was just trying to find something I liked. And eventually I like just started going to breweries after I found out I just like Bud Light, Modelo. And then I started like going to breweries because I was doing comedy, and I was like, well, I should just try every beer that's here and see if I like any of them. And then that's how I got into like drinking every night of my life.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna fucking God, guess mine. I was totally gonna crack a beer for this.
Oh, what is that? What are you drinking?
It's that stereo fucking right there.
Yeah, I mean you too.
This is local.
What the fuck? Is that like graffiti on the label? That's
crazy. It says straight hash, homie.
That's pretty good. Oh, Randy, shout out Randy Moss. We had a teacher that was his all-time favorite quote. Remember your old football coach?
No,
it was dude.
Well, he would put like one day he'd have like some crazy like Marcus Aurelius quote, and then the next like FDR, and then like Winston Churchill quote. Every week he had a quote on the board, and then one week we just walk in, it's just like straight cash, homie, Randy Moss.
Yeah,
it's like sick.
I mean, it's Minnesota. I
were just like, oh, we were
in Minnesota. Yeah, that's I don't know why I didn't say that. I don't know why I didn't say that as my top 3 Minnesota guys. I mean, sorry Tory, but you're out of here.
What was his number in Minnesota again?
Dante, fucking don't you dare. Dude, that guy, the all-time Madden great for like playing in you couldn't stop him. They made Madden where like there's guys every a couple years in Madden where like you cannot bring them down. Like the game developers like just went insane on him. Like you just like you know, with your friends, you're like, you fucking better not pick the Vikings. Then I'm older, so like I was 8 when the Vikings were just like electric, like the most electric team in the NFL. And
Adrian Peterson.
No, I'm talking Culpepper, Moss, Chris Carter, Chris Carter, Michael Bennett, John Randall, like just incredible teams like that, and they just came up short. I mean, I won't bring it up for Clay here, but they come up short. They come up short a lot. Every time they choke. There's a it happens. I'm a Raiders fan, so I can't really talk. But
I grew up a Packers fan because of my mom.
Oh, that must be fucking war, dude. Like out there,
it's fucking crazy, man.
So shit. So you were drinking straight hash, homie, is what you were drinking. Who's that by? What's that? You can shout out the brewery.
Yeah, it's a Lupulin Brewery. It's in Big Lake, Minnesota.
There you go.
They
you were
fucking
drinking
rule.
Yeah, you were drinking Surly. Is that Minnesota too?
Yeah,
Surly. They're Minnesota, right? Yep. Okay, because I had it in Chicago for the first time, so I figured it made its way down there. Their beers are cool. The Surly beers, because they look like energy drinks. Like when in the cans, like that's deceiving, and that's like really good fucking marketing. Like,
oh yeah, they had like some union busting thing recently that like was super hush hush that I barely heard about, but it's very funny because they're back, baby.
That's how you know it's a good beer company. It's just when the workers try to unionize and then somebody stops it. It's just So
story as old as time.
Yeah. So the craft the craft beer, you're saying you got into it from basically doing comedy at places. Maybe you got your palate, but you had to like warp your palate into an IPA palate though, right? I mean, everybody has to do that. You got to go through the trials and tribulations of pine cone, the pine cone, the fucking, all the other kind of stuff. Because people will come up to me and go like, dude, I can't drink IPAs. It feels like I'm drinking a hop or drinking a pine cone. But it's like, if I go back to like Modelo, that's like drinking actual piss. Like to me, like, like I can't do it.
I prefer like the lighter beers just because I drink a lot.
Right. Volume shooter,
right. But it's like sometimes it's nice to sit. I'll be honest. When I first took a sip of this, because I tried it earlier to make sure that I would like be able to drink this through the show.
Sure.
I like took a sip of it and I like had not had an IPA in a long time. I think the last IPA I had was the Imperial, like the Voodoo Ranger Imperial.
That's
IPA.
A good one. Yeah,
I love it. I drank like a whole case in one night. Past the fuck.
New Belgium. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But no, I took a sip of this and I was like, this fucking sucks, and then just like bombed the whole fucking thing. And I was like, all right, I can drink this now.
Yeah, that's funny. It's funny when you said switching from like, you're like, oh, I don't like beer, let me go to hard liquor. But then you also like, I don't know if you had this, but when I was in high school, I didn't know how to drink hard liquor either. Or like in college, like I did that horribly. Like Sai, you remember when we were in high school and we used to fucking mix E&J with Fanta orange, dude. Which that literally is how Hitler killed himself.
Why were we so into Fanta orange? That was like the thing that like we just adopted.
You smoke weed. It's because you first start smoking weed and you're just like, you so Fanta funny. Orange. Like, I mean, it's good. I'm not gonna say it's not. Good. It's just, but like with mixing a dark fucking like no, dude. E&J is the fucking devil, dude. Don't ever drink it. Like all those like they keep them in the store like where it's like they should put a biohazard sign and like tape it where they keep the Christian Brothers, the Parmesan, the fucking all that stuff, dude.
Any brandy.
Yeah. If you're in high school, you
read
will die.
The label E&J. It's like world's finest brandy or some shit.
Sure it is.
Yeah, I know. It's like
oh my god.
The E&J apple is devilish as well. Me and a buddy, I worked at a liquor store.
I'm gonna grab this IPA. Hang on, pardon me. Keep going.
Oh, go for it. Yeah. I worked in a liquor store in college, and I was like 19 when I started working there.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, you can sell alcohol at 18 here, so as long as it's like closed,
but not in gas stations. Interesting.
Right. But yeah, no. So I'm absolutely drinking while I'm working there because my boss really didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And one night after I was 21, me and my buddy worked the same shift, and we were back in town, just kind of doing one last shift before we moved out.
Uh-huh.
And we were like, let's just get fucking drunk and then go down to the bars. Like, we'll just walk to the bars. And I'm like, that's genius, dude.
Yeah. Who's ever thought of that? Yeah.
We get E&J apple shooters, and we're just like just taking E&J apple shots, and it was the worst fucking thing ever. And we blacked out before we got to the bars, and then I had to work there the next morning, and I don't even know how I got there. It's like we were just so fucked. It was so funny.
Oh my god, my grandma, because speaking of like flavored shit, my grandma was like, I think it was like I was with my mom and her mom, and they were like, let's do a shot. And I was like, what do you have? And you know, I'm just thinking like old lady, like give me some schnapps or something. I'm like, fuck it, whatever. Like, let's get faded. I got nothing else to do tonight. And she brings it out. It's Pinnacle fucking cupcake flavor vodka.
No.
I was like, you know what? Like, you know, like, have you ever been somewhere where like that's the only thing, and you're not gonna be able to make like a store run. It's just, and you're like, fuck it, this is what I'm having. Like, and that's what I had, dude. Oh my god, dude. I seriously wish I wish I was sober. Like, I was like, this was bad, dude. Like, it's like, who is this marketed to? Like, is it marketed to children? Like a fucking cupcake flavor? No, some guy lures you with a van with it.
That was old lady too, grandma. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, well, dude, it had been in the freezer for a long time. Like, the vodka survives a long. Shot. Yeah, there's no way that wasn't like I bet you she did a shot and was like, this is disgusting, back in the freezer, like, you know, and then brought it out after she forgot about it.
My grandma was into the Crown Royal or Crown Royale.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
She would just have like a fucking half glass of it,
a kitchen glass. Yeah,
just like a straight like whoop. Yeah, like. Yeah, they would get faded off that shit. It was awesome.
I used to drink Jameson just right out of the bottle.
It tastes too good. Jameson tastes too good. Yeah,
great.
It's too good. It's a good price. Like, and for like a price point, that's like, it's like in college, like you're living, like you're like, we got paid. Everybody got paid today, and we're getting a bottle of Damo. And
what's the first alcohol you ever threw up on?
Fucking probably E&J.
E&J. Yeah, I was thinking that, but then also it was either that or Jaeger for me.
Oh, I threw up in a party bus, because we did a party bus trip, and but not only did I throw up in the party bus, I threw up where the magazines go in the party bus, and just left it there and just locked out. I was just like,
oh man,
dude, absolute king.
Yeah, and they were like, who sat here? And they didn't have cameras on it or anything. I was like, some guy. I'm like wiping shit off my mouth, like fucking all over my shirt. Just a fucking scumbag.
I think the first time I threw up drinking was I think it was my St. Patrick's Day in college, like my first year of college.
Classic.
I didn't eat all day. I went to a St. Patrick's Day party, didn't have any of my own liquor. My buddy had brought Keystone, just Keystones, and they had a little bit more alcohol in them for, just a regular beer.
Yeah, that's golfing, getting hammered golfing with your grandpa beer. Yeah, for sure.
I had like 3 of those within the first hour. And then one of my buddies was like, I got 100 proof Captain. Who wants some? And I'm like, I do. And I had like 4 shots of that, and then kicked some girl out of the house for smoking weed. And then I went and smoked weed. And then I just started throwing.
No, the rule is women can't smoke weed. That was her fault. Yeah, there was a sign. Don't make me tap the sign. Yeah. It's just like, yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Well, what about you, dude? First time you ever threw up?
I think there was once in high school, I think with E&J and weed, and it was right outside my mom's like fucking bedroom window at night.
Classic.
And she was cool about it though.
She was chill. Yeah, it was the third story. She was standing below, but
no, but I lost the bet. We were all in my first year of college. Yeah, we were all wondering who was going to be the first to tank, and it was fucking me, because I was Jaeger, and then some like shitty champagne jungle juice at a party, and then at the end of the night, and I was just like, boom, dude. Yeah, it's like, it's the weed that does it for sure.
They give that to dogs to purge it out at the vet, like when they get all that shit. Yeah, fuck yeah, that is a concoction. But so being a beer guy, I think it's funny because as you get, like, you're a lot younger than us, right? How old are you? Like, you're in your early 20s, right?
Yeah, 23.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, we're in our 30s, so it's a bit different, but it's more acceptable to be a beer guy as you go older. So you got to, like, if you're going to be a guy that drinks alcohol for like the good part of their life, if you're a hard liquor guy at 30, it's like there's you start to there's something, you're on your 3rd marriage. You know, there's a lot going on. Like, I know people that like you still have the Jack Daniel's sign in your house.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot
saving bottles.
Yes, and it's like, damn, and your kids are like, just like, Dad, why don't we have any money? You know, and
we want to go to Disney World.
Yeah, but being a beer guy, it's a lot different, and it's cringe as fuck, dude. Like I hate like the beer culture because I go to a lot of tap rooms. Like that's what we do, and it's really fun, and like so, but I get one upped at tap rooms a lot. Like you ever get one up by somebody like who's just beers way harder than you do. And
beard is like super fucking long.
Yeah. Well, dude, I got beard by a lesbian. I got out beard by a lesbian, and I thought, so she was like, she had her like feminine partner with her. You know what I mean? You wouldn't know. And then like all of a sudden she's got like the fucking Pendleton on and shit, like a cholo lesbian, and was just like, she was just like, what are you drinking? Like picks up my can. There's still shit in it. Like spills on the table. She's like, well, look at what are you drinking? And she's like, oh, this, yeah, Alvarado Street. This is cool. What was the can date on this? And she looks at the can date. She goes like that and just starts laughing and like puts it down. She's like, okay. I was like, all right, fuck, dude, alpha, dude. I started sitting on my own nuts and just like not man spreading anymore. Like I was just
you're in that chair, dude.
I was sitting in the man spreading chair at that point. I got killed.
What's the can date? Is that all bad if it's too old or too?
It's supposed to be. I have no idea. I don't care about that. Like if I see a beer I like, I buy it. That's my rule. Like I don't. If you're okay, you drink way too much beer if you're looking at the can date. That's my rule.
Yeah, I think you care too much if you're like looking at batch numbers and shit like that. Unless it's like a oh fuck. There's a beer that comes out like once a year. It's like a bourbon beer. And it's a stout,
I know what you mean. I think Founders might make it or something.
Yeah. And people like literally just save it for years. They just keep it like in a fridge and then they'll like drink it later.
I know. What the fuck?
Which those are like, so working at a liquor store, you see like a lot of beer guys who come in who are just kind of like, oh, I guess this is a liquor store. And it's like, so I saw like beer guys, and then I was like, oh, I'll be a beer guy. Because if I'm like a beer guy, I'm gonna care too much, and like I don't want to fucking die over this.
You do like the online thing where you're way too online, dude. You want to be you want to be the guy that can do that to the other guy. You don't want to be the top beer guy because that's not good. And
if you're the top beer guy, you smell weird.
Yeah, I was thinking about like a guy to being like an actual like vagrant alcoholic, but only for craft beer, you know, like just like in a fucking gas station parking lot, and like he's like, yeah, can you give me some beer, dude? Like, and you're just like, oh yeah, I'll come out, and he's like, yeah, just make sure it's got Eureka and Citra hops, if you could, yeah, check the can date if you could. Oh, Steel Reserve, fine. Yeah, and then he's like, oh my god, while he's drinking, no, this will work. Like fucking 8 a.m. Yeah. If they have Lagunitas, that'd be better, but sure. Yeah.
That's what this is.
What are you drinking a Lagunitas? Yeah, that's huge out here.
My bro got me into this. Fuck
yeah. There you go. Yeah, I remember you used to not want to drink IPAs.
Well, it's like when you get that good one.
Yeah, nothing better. There's nothing better.
So I'm like,
when you have a bad one, it turns you off though.
Yeah, but you like a 35 IBU. That's good. Vibe. 40's a little, 40's. You know, I'm like,
I had a 78 the other day, and I was just like, fucking. Yeah, I chewed ecstasy. Like I was like, oh.
I'm rocking a 60 right now.
Oh,
not a huge.
How are you able to do this? You talk about playing through injuries. You're doing a podcast with a 60 IBU beer.
Damn.
Well, yeah, Jordan flu game. That I don't know, but there's a few guys like I brewed a batch for like the first time. Me and my wife did, and it was really fun. It actually came out really good too. I was like, damn, this is like. I was expecting it to like, okay, if I can like stomach one of them, like I'll be like, that was a win. You know what I mean? That was
right.
Like, fuck, dude, I wish I made.
You
more.
said it was too hoppy though.
A little bit, yeah. I didn't get like it just tastes like beer. Like it's just like beer. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like it doesn't have like, oh, there's that orange. Like, oh, I didn't get that. You know, like that's why I need to get doing the next time. Like, and but dude, there was a guy at the store, and he just had like, he was at the beer store where you get all the supplies to make the beer, and that is like when you beat Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat, that's the 9-arm guy, is the guy who works at the beer store where you make the beer. He's the ultimate beer guy. And he was like, his beard, he was like tripping on his beard. And he was saying like, dude, he was like, so he had a shirt, like a just a regular collared shirt with just hops all over it. And so he was just living the dream. Like, I swear to God, if they made beer illegal, he'd kill himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be illegal.
Yeah.
And he'd say he was like, yeah, dude. So like I have like 15 batches going in my house. And I have 15 different batches going in my house. And
Holy
all of a sudden,
shit.
and I find out halfway through he's in like a 1-bedroom apartment. And I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? And he's like, yeah, my roommates. I'm like, roommates? I'm like, what? Yeah, like do they do beer too? They're like, yeah, they're supportive. Like I was like, I wouldn't be. Yeah,
I guess it's like not kombucha, but
it's not. It surely is not. Yeah, they have a kombucha. Have you ever had hard kombucha?
Yeah.
I won't try it.
I can't do it. I don't like it.
It's
I don't like kombucha. Scares me, man. Like it's living. It's alive.
It is living. It's fair.
It's like, what the fuck is
living and it's livid, dude. It's fucking
it's fucking pissed off.
It's fucking Tri-berry is gonna kill me. Yeah.
The hard kombucha, it's like when Will Smith was trying to be a gangster rap for tracks, and it's like not quite there, you know. It's like kind of straddles that it doesn't
or steampunk like Will Smith. Yeah, it was the same concept. Yeah. Give me the Fresh Prince, please. Give me the give me the Fresh Prince. Give me some iRobot. And
Fresh Prince of GT Dave's.
Yeah. GT Dave. What about
I will say though, speaking of like kombucha, the GT Dave's Pu'er root beer. They make this like fucking root beer ass kombucha. Insane.
Well, that's probably good.
That's some crazy shit.
It's like live root beer. Yeah, live root beer. It's like the bootleg live album of root beer.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, I'm glad you brought that up because I've been meaning to tell this story. I knew this guy. I worked in a warehouse and it was like a Hotep like Tariq Nasheed black dude. Very cool. And he was saying actually, like that was when I found out about Tariq Nasheed like 7 years ago. I was just like, oh, this guy rocks. I'm like, it's super cool. And now, Buck Breaking's out and shit. And now, like, look where he's come. Look at us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he said, so this guy's like, yeah, man, y'all drinking those IPAs? He goes, they got estrogen in them, man. I was like, for real? And he was like, yeah. And he pulls up this article and it's like, do you want to accept cookies and all these like windows, like pop-up windows? I'm like, all right, I guess I'll take your word for it. And then he's like, nah, man, that's why you see everybody at those little breweries and stuff. They got big ass titties. And I was just like,
he's not wrong. That's
I don't think beer makes you fat. That's the problem. Yeah. Like it's like what, like how do you isolate that from other beers? Like just you can't like just IPAs.
Well,
and then
beer
he's like
has estrogen.
Yeah, and then he's like yeah, I'm just gonna stick to my hard root beers instead. I was like, oh, all right. You want to talk about feminine? Yeah, like you don't even get tits and you're feminine. Like you know what I mean? So I won here.
You don't even get the cool part of being a woman.
Yeah,
drinking hard root beer to
that would be crazy. That would be crazy if you were like a beer guy with just double D's, like but like woman tits. Yeah, but like woman tits.
There should be a competition, dude. Yeah.
That would
a
be
new category in the fucking
rock.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah, you're just knocking shit over on this. Oh my bad, dude. Did I knock over your July 27th can date? Fucking
can date. Yeah.
This is from that batch.
Yeah. I remember they put out a disclaimer on their Instagram. I don't know if you saw it, but the batch just they had some live oxidant contamination. So how would you know? Yeah, but you don't know John from fucking this brewery. I know.
Yeah, you don't hang out with him after he gets off his shift.
I know. But what's better, being a weed guy at 30 or a beer guy at 30? What do you think?
Beer guy for sure. Because I think I don't know. There's a point when weed just kind of becomes childish, which I still love getting high.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that I'm probably too old for weed as far as like a fun recreational thing. I feel like it's very much like I can start affording coke now, or I could start getting like heroin. Maybe. Yeah. It's like I could graduate. I should graduate to something else, but it's kind of like, but this is home, Whereas
it's like chicken tenders. It's like chicken tenders. You're like, hey, did you order that at a restaurant?
Kids
dude?
menu,
like,
dude. Yeah.
You have kids. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
No, I hear you. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I'm both, so it kind of sucks. Like, I just, it's like
I hate what I. Sorry, go ahead. Are you?
No,
I don't want to cut you off.
I'm just sad.
No, well, and here's what I think, man. It's like, because I've been laying off definitely heavily lately. I'm not. It's like. It's kind of like you're talking about like forced takes. You have to have these forced takes. You have like forced weed. You know, you have to do the dumb pens.
I'm sorry, is that still on the 4-pack ring? That is an alpha fucking Chad move, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he pulled it off the fucking 4-pack. That's such a fucking Chad move, dude. Yeah, that's amazing.
It's a little handle. Yeah. Sea turtle is gonna get fucked by that or something.
Oh fuck yeah.
Well, now they're alcoholics because now those don't kill them. So they're like
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were you're talking about how you're better than everyone because you don't smoke.
It's like why did we graduate from the volcano bag? That was the peak, and then we've been devolving from there ever since like 2008. You know?
The weed pens. I have a weed pen. It's for
a scam.
It's ergonomically for my apartment. That's what I have to do. Yep. I'm imprisoned with the weed pen. I'm in prison, Nelson Mandela style. Like I have to smoke my fucking weed pen.
20 odd years. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a trip because it's like fucking 89% THC, and I'm like, okay, like, but I'm not high. And then I take one hit of a joint, and I'm just like fucking blasted, which is like 20% THC. I'm like, what is this? Is this weed in my pen?
Yeah.
Well, no, and it's weird. There's such diminishing returns with that shit. You know, where like the graph is like 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, and then it just escalates, and then it just like it's like boom, it's just like totally flattens out. But yeah, man, I might just have to stick to those half and half CBD mints, you know, like those
mints.
Just like THC CBD 50-50, you know, just a little couple for bed, you know. Yeah.
No, I'm tripping out of the mint part. Is it like a dessert mint where you can crunch it, or is it like a
it's like a little Altoid ass
okay,
something. Yeah.
That sounds delightful. I just was like, the mint part's what got me there. Yeah, I think I've seen those. I think I know what you're talking about. I can't I love like, because like for me, I don't like to get too fucked up. That's what happens when you get older. It's like getting too fucked up is like, it's really bad, and it gives you like it, and because when you're younger and you get too fucked up, you're like, I'm running away from my problems, and you're like, I just created new problems now. When you do it, you're like, this is horrible. And a hangover when you're fucking 30 is like, it's like 15-day disabled list, like in baseball. You cannot, you suck. Like you can't do anything. And I just like to have a buzz, man. Like if I could just have a buzz, that's cool, because when I'm hammered, I'm like, oh no.
When I was 19, I bounced back like no problem. At 23, I have like a whole 2 days where I'm just like, fucking, I can't do anything. I can't even imagine how it's gonna be when I hit 30.
A week, no joke. Like you'll just have a bad week at work, and you're like, oh yeah, on Saturday I shouldn't have had that 4th beer. Like, that's gonna be like, you're like, that sucks, man. Like,
that's awful.
Yeah, it's not great. Like you hear like, because like there's not that many old people that still get like hammered. Like they do, but like you'll see the ones that do, and like, because there becomes a point where like you have to quit drinking by 60, or else you have to keep drinking, or else you die.
Right.
Like no, it's a trip. Like
it is true.
Yeah, and that's the same way with cigarette. Dude, there was a guy I used to work with. A guy. I have to change the subject. He was a cigarette guy, and he was like that was his like identity, was like cigarette guy. He was a Vietnamese dude, and he used to talk about gambling all the time. I won't do the voice because that doesn't go well with people, but the I mean,
you can do the face though.
I can do it. I think, but no,
we'll splice it in.
No, I can do it fantastic. Let me just let you know, I can do it fantastic. So just pretend I'm doing it. But he was like, it's stop AAP. I hate year, so I don't want to do that. But he
he was a
Vietnamese guy. I used to work with him in a manufacturing job. Stop AAP. I hate
IPA.
So he ends up he told me when he was 40, came from Vietnam, and like went to like a work assignment center, and they're just like, you're going to Kansas City. And I was like, were you the only Asian guy in Kansas City? He was like, yes. And this is like in the 80s. I knew this, I was like, damn, they should have made that's like a City Slickers type movie. And so he was saying, like, he was smoking cigarettes, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna have to fucking quit that shit, dude. You're like 60 and stuff. He goes, oh no, I started when I was 55. I was like, you started smoking cigarettes when you were 55? And he goes, yeah, now I won't die from it. And I was like,
that's so awesome.
I was like, do you know what? I don't think he's wrong. Like,
he's not.
I think because like your 20s, 30s, and 40s of smoking cigarettes, that's like what catches you up with you. And he's just like, I'll probably die of something else beforehand.
Jesus,
that's awesome.
And then he was like, if I don't smoke, I die. That's what he told me. I was like, wow, fair.
Wow.
I was just like,
what a king.
And then those little flutes started playing that you hear in the Zen gardens, and it was crazy. He was doing the beard like Kill Bill, like But,
somebody told me to quit by 25, and then I won't have to worry about it.
Cigarettes?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're on cigarettes. Yeah, don't Don't switch to vaping.
Yeah,
that doesn't feel right.
Your lungs will heal if you quit for sure.
Yeah, if you quit by 25, they are actually fine. Yeah, you'll
I think
be fine.
You could give yourself like 3 more years on that, but do 25 just for your own.
I'm trying to quit everything by 24. I'm trying to only be addicted to like ketamine by 24.
Yeah, well, because then you comedy. You got to do stuff that helps the comedy career.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to because I don't think weed makes you a good comedian. Like I don't care what anyone says. I think it makes you a terrible comedian.
What are you talking about, man? Like Seth Rogen is like top notch.
Yeah, well, does he do stand up? Yeah, no, fuck. I would.
You end up doing other people's bits if you smoke weed.
Or yeah, I tried stand up one time. I went to some open mic. It was like some bucket list thing. I was like, I'm gonna do it, but it was fucked up because like I was just coming off like a breakup. Like the day before, and like I was just like, well, I got a gig. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, I gotta go do a gig. And I went up there, and I for some reason was just like, stand up's easy. I'll just improv. My friends think I'm funny. Like I'm sure everybody tries it the first time. Just fucking bombed, dude. It bombed. So I went up there and I was just like, you ever like get your dick sucked and then like forget you exist and like I was just doing like a stupid ass bit like that. Everyone's just like, no, I don't. Like in the audience, it's like, and it's like bombing sucks, dude. Like everything people say about it's awful. So I leave. I get off the stage. I think I do like 3.5 minutes out of the 5 I was allotted. I get off the stage. And it was just like a fucking movie. This big ass, like 6'5" black dude's running after me and goes, dude, hey, Glenn, wait, you got fucking potential, man. Like that.
Hell yes.
And then he hands me this business card for his improv group. And he was like, my name's Jamar Johnson. And we have this improv group, man. It's very similar to Workaholics. And I was like, is it? Because it doesn't feel that way. But I was just like, I never called him. I should have, but I just the fact that somebody saw me bomb, like just no redeeming
you
value.
Have promise, man.
I was like, what are you gonna do when somebody gets one laugh? Yeah, from like their family member, like just like one laugh.
I remember I bombed super hard one time, and it was like I realized I was bombing, and I was just like, oh. There's no way to bring this back. I just have to lean into this and just make it the worst thing possible.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I was just like, you guys ever see Eagle and you're like, oh, I wish it was legal to shoot like 9 of these.
Pretty good.
It's like funnier when you like didn't just like bomb like for 3 minutes and you
haven't earned their trust. They're just like, I'm not laughing at that.
Like, what?
It's tough, man.
Every legend is bombed. That's the crazy thing, multiple times.
I know, dude.
I haven't even hit the wall yet.
Like, it's like,
how long have you been doing stand up for?
Like 3 years, I think.
It's pretty good. And you love it?
Oh, it is. Well, all right. I really enjoy doing stand up. I do not enjoy hanging out at open mics.
Facts. That's how like hip hop shows are like when you're like I don't know if anybody knows if you like know a local rapper and stuff and you go to the show, you're just like, I want to kill myself. This is the worst thing ever. Like it's the same it might be the same people, honestly. Like it's really bad. Yeah, I feel that. But that's why I like podcasting so cool.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you could just like basically make your own audience make your own audience, people that like you, and then talk to people, and then you don't have to deal with all the oh, let me see if like Brad's at this open mic. It's like, well, let me just have Brad on my fucking Zoom call real fast, or like at my house and shit.
Yeah, literally. Like it is. Yeah, it's just so weird. It's so odd because it's like some of the people I like as people, but as like comics and people that like do stuff, there's dynamics of like, I think you're not funny, but I think you're a cool person. And then I think you're hilarious, but I fucking hate talking to you.
You almost wish they were an asshole. You're like, I wish I fucking hated you. Like, why are you nice? Stop being nice to me. It's like an animal that follows you around that you don't have space for at your house. You're like, stop, get away from me.
And I'm like not good at like having a filter either. So someone will be like, what do you think? What did you think of my set? And I'm like,
solid.
And
I was like, actually pissed. I had a long piss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is
like they know I thought it was terrible, but I'm just like,
yeah, they heard you say this guy sucks at the bar. Like, in between the pauses. So where does does Twitter help you with this stuff? Like I always wondered that if you're like a stand-up comic. No, not at all.
Not at all. It's helped me more. Like I guess Twitter is not like a place to be monetized anymore. Like in the early days of Twitter, like 2011, maybe up to like 2015, probably people were like getting careers off of Twitter.
Right.
It's like, but now it's like, oh, I can't even get a career off of Twitter anymore. I have to like start building something and then just hope that that takes off based off of my following. If you want to monetize anything. And like, not that everything I do is for like monetization, but I mean, like, I fucking hate my job and I fucking hate having to work because that's just how I'm made, man. You know, I'll recognize it. I'm willing to say that I don't want to do any real work and make more money than other people. I think that's the American dream.
So you start who up, right? You start that, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the. I've been listening. It's very funny. I like all three of you guys. Very funny. I mean, are you guys like friends in real life, or is this you've known each other, or you've met online, or what?
Yeah, well, Cave and I were good friends in real life. We met in college because of like a mutual friend who I super liked on Tinder, and then I just became friends with him. And then she was like, yeah, he's really funny, you should meet him. And I was like, yeah, sure. And so we hung out, and then we started like making music together because that was like a common interest. And then we both started doing stand-up, and then it was like, well, I'm not gonna not have you on my podcast, you know.
Boom.
Yeah. And then Chris I met online. I met him on Twitter like 2 or 3, probably 3 years now too. So
that's got to be crazy too, because like meeting somebody like me and him have known each other since we were like fucking in middle school. So like it's just like having to like establish that chemistry, because like it's fine when you're posting, you could like riff, you know what I mean, with posting between each other, but like when it comes down to like actually talking to each other, it's like a new thing, like, you know what I mean, like running into that kind of like when you hit that dead time on the pod and you don't know what to do, like me and him know what to do. We got a fucking mailbag full of fucking stories, like, you know. But I always wonder that with people who start like pods on Twitter and shit, like, it's nuts.
It is interesting. It's always interesting to see people's dynamics, and you know, just see who people are as people, because like some people do characters, other people don't. I think it's cooler when people like don't, but also like
big time.
Yeah, it's crazy. I try to be as transparent as possible most of the time, but sometimes I get a little goofy. I get a little silly.
But that is you. That is you.
Yeah.
Though you're like that. It's not like the thing is, to me, is like I could never be one of those guys like fucking Lindy Man, like or like fucking the people like that on Twitter, or the people who do the fucking like Don Hughes, like the people who do like those crazy, like I'm in deep irony, like Andy Kaufman, like method acting. I'm just like, dude, that seems so fucking tiresome, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like just to do, I mean, I respect, like it's I mean, it's crazy, but like, I could not do that. Like, I literally just like the shit I put on Twitter is just like, this is what's happening right in front of me right now. Like I work with a bunch of idiots. Like I posted the other day, like I posted this guy at my work. He drinks fucking 3 white monsters a day and has trapped headstrong as his fucking ringtone, like just as his ringtone. And I didn't even know like people had ringtones anymore. People just go stock iPhone shit. That's one thing that got phased away was like people don't really have that. But
that's a shame too. BlackBerry had some killer fucking ringtones.
Yeah, what a weird regression to just be like, you think the way everything goes higher, you're like, because people used to have ring back. You know what I mean? Yeah, ring back tones. Like I remember you'd call somebody and be like, "My Bloody Valentine." Oh fuck, dude. Like, and then like, it was never good quality either. It sounded like fucking hold music.
Yeah. And they like recorded it on the phone through a different.
Yeah, you don't want to pay. Who paid for that shit? Yeah. And yeah, exactly. Like it was funny because we're in the work truck. It's kind of silent, and all of a sudden you're back off. I'll take you one, and then fucking he answers funny. Goes, hey babe, can't talk right now. And then hangs up.
He's just always pissed off, but not pissed off.
Exactly. Yeah, it's funny. And that was that's just like what I see in my real life, like right in front of me. Like it's like I wonder, like some people like doing a character. I'm just like, oh, you just might not have as much fun shit going on around you, huh? Like you know, it's nuts.
I just like to get really hopped up on caffeine because like I have ADHD, but I also like just borderline might just be autistic.
Sure.
So I just like getting hopped up on caffeine and then just being like, oh yeah, just what if there was a boat?
Yeah,
that'd be just fucking hilarious if there was just a
sick
boat just in the middle of the store right now.
That's all it. Yeah, 3,000 likes. You're just like, all right, yeah.
It's just like, what idiots thought that
you hit that autistic frequency.
It really is just tuning in, dialing into the radio, trying to find that like specific AM station that's like right between 5 and 3.
Yeah. Then your dog's ears perk up, but you don't know what's going on. It's exactly, dude. Exactly. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Fucking beer guys, man. Fucking beer guys.
Love beer.
Yeah. Well, shit, man. We appreciate you coming through, dude. It's real fun.
Totally.
So real fun. You'll have to come back on again sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. So, Clay, where can everybody find you?
You can find me. You can find me at GaySex420.
Yeah.
On my new account from February that I had to change over to.
You got nuked like when everybody got nuked, huh?
Yeah, I got caught in the crossfire. I don't know what happened.
All the heroes went out that time, man.
Yeah, fucking Menace and
then Menace got banned from Parler. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
That ruled fucking hard.
The fucking free speech site of the internet. He was like, he went there for 2 days and was
Didn't he say Jill Biden should be, bleeped? Like, I don't want to say it.
Yeah,
but yeah,
exactly. I miss.
I think that's why.
I feel like shit. Just want him back.
Dude, I think he'll be back one day.
Yeah, no, it'll just be one of those things where I'll be like, what? Like that's how I want it to be. Like, I don't.
Life will be better too.
Exactly. So, okay, they can find you at GaySex420.
Yeah,
if I have that correct.
GaySex420.
Right. Exactly.
Clay_PNG on Instagram if you want to see my goofy ass over there.
Okay.
Other than that, check out the Who Up podcast. I think that's pretty much it.
That's it. That's all you need. You need to find out where to pay him, where to follow him at. That's all we need, man.
Yeah,
100%. All right. Well, this is Alpha Talk on YouTube. We're RareCandy Pod 1 on Twitter. He's at CryptoSci. I'm at Glenn Rockney. We got a bunch of shit coming out this week. And then we're laying low for July 4th. Working on July 4th is unpatriotic. So I'm not gonna fucking break the mold there. Yeah, you're at the Capitol building, so with your girlfriend. And so yeah, that's it for us, guys. Appreciate you guys. Subscribe to the channel. That's it.
Cheers.
Sweat.